Rabindranath Tagore, born on 7th May 1861 in Calcutta, died on 7th August 1941 in Calcutta. Rabindranath Tagore was the first non-European to win the Nobel Prize in Literature. Rabindranath Tagore said, "You can't cross the sea merely by standing and staring at the water." What a fantastic talk. But then all the writers and the poets were only staring in their writings. My feeling, the last 5,000 years or 1,000 years of our slavery by the foreigners, our writers kept on staring at the sea without crossing the sea. And all the education department has become the direct disciples of these writers and poets. I am not accusing Rabindranath Tagore alone, but then the poets and the writers has become like gods in our land. They have been kept in a highest pedestal for writing dreamy stories, and people all believed that it is only for them to listen and not to put into practice. Rabindranath Tagore said, "You can't cross the sea merely by standing and staring at the water." If that was the situation from time immemorial, our 5,000 years of our culture or 90,000 years of Rig Veda culture, what went wrong? Did these writers, these poets, did they make or were they purchased by the rich? So 98% of the people start staring at the water without making an attempt to cross the sea. And that tradition continued centuries after centuries and made our country the poorest country in the world, even though everybody starts screaming that we are the richest and the richest and richest. And I can see only shit and dirt all over the country. Indiscipline has become the way of life. Nothing gives a finishing touch. You can't cross the sea merely by standing and staring at the water. Look at our tradition of our yoga. They say get up early morning, early to rise. You get the best feed, you get the best insect. The early bird catches the best prey, goes the saying. And hence all the yogis started telling yoga. Look at the Surya and do the Surya Namaskar. Fantastic. Were those yogis also has become the disciple of these poets and the writers, that they keep staring at the sun and never cross the ocean. You can never cross the ocean if you keep staring at the water. If you keep staring at the Surya and do the Surya Namaskar, you got your health. But did you use the Surya to convert it into solar? If we have done it, if our ancestors have done it, if our teachers have done it, Gurujis have done it, then there couldn't have been darkness in my country. We could have saved and allowed a huge amount of our people, men and women, at least to leave this land with a smiling face. Today I was watching Jagan Mohan Reddy. Andhra Chief Minister was giving an order. He was telling I am ordering, look, all Andhra Pradesh, he said it in English, all Andhra Pradesh hospitals, which comes under the purview of our government, and those who have been connected to our government, all COVID patients' bed is free, oxygen is free, ventilators is free. Give them the best facilities, and when you send them out with a smiling face. Send them out with smiling face. Yes, look at this. We could have sent our ancestors with a smiling face if we were looking at the Surya and doing the Surya Namaskar and never thought of converting the Surya as solar throughout the length and breadth of our country. This is the only one country which gives out of 365 days, 300 days of beautiful sunlight. Then what went wrong? And we started begging the electricity board. We never made our people self-reliant. We made 98% of our people start staring at the sun and begged the 2% to give us electricity and made them rich. You can't cross the sea merely by standing and staring at the water. You cannot just stare at the rainwater, rushing inside your house, looking through the window and staring at the rain, and then go to the water department and ask for water, and they give you a bill, but rain never gives you a bill. This is a contaminated water, what you're paying for it. But rainwater is ozone water, which is medicinal. It has been used for many medical doctors to even clear up cancer and blood transfusion. Can you believe? We have not been taught 365 days. Please understand. I am telling you 365 days. I am quoting 365 days of beautiful rainfall in India, in every part of our country. 65 days of rainwater, half an hour rainwater collected. You can drink for three full months. 65 days is excess. And people and the farmers, they made them cry and cry. Look at Jagannath is telling, allow the people to go with a smiling face. We should have allowed. What happened to our Swamijis? What happened to our priests and Maharishis? They never bothered to look into the rainwater, to collect rainwater harvesting. Means guiding the rain into beautiful pond, creating a beautiful Japanese kind of a garden. Japanese is telling, we learned it from India. Where is my garden? To hold on to the rainwater, and a pond and a lake and a river with the swan to jump and dance and make you healthy. Wind energy. You can't cross the sea merely by standing and staring at the water. The whole education system has made my children to stare at the books, into the guides, at examination point of view, examination point of view, examination point of view. Making a mockery of the whole system in this 21st century. People are frightened to sit even in the sunlight. Major part of our sickness could have been removed from that. We could have been more healthy. You can't cross the sea merely by standing and staring at the water. Look at the children have been taught, my mom. What kind of country it is? My mother it is. And not a single child will go and son will go and give a food to the mother. In fact, they were dragging them and throwing them into the old age home, beating them to death. Yes. Can you believe? Is this the country they are talking? Let us try to come out of this. Try to understand. You can't cross the sea merely by standing and staring at the. Please participate. I am telling you how to participate. No, just go. And you can see the path is opened. Yes, path is open. And in that path you feel so much alive. Yes. Like yesterday I was trying to tell you, husband is always thinking that wife is up to something, and wife is thinking husband is up to something, and both are always suspecting. No, no, no. You just go, husband, please go near the wife, and she's so happy. Wife, please go near to the husband, he will be happy. In my school, I was not well for 2 days. One group of children will come and ask me, do you like to eat? Do you want to eat this or that? There is another one girl, Kaniga. She just brings the food and in front of me she'll start eating. So I'll slowly put my hand and eat. 2-3 varieties. Yes, I was not angry that she's bringing 2-3 varieties. It forced me like that. You go with 2-3 varieties. Who is stopping? What Guruji will be thinking? No. What my husband will be thinking? No. Drop that what I'm thinking. Because we are all grown together. There is always love. Love can move mountains. To move mountains, you have to participate, you have to melt with it. Rabindranath Tagore said, you can't cross the sea merely by standing and staring at the water. Together, let us make sure that the rainwater harvesting has been collected 65 days to make sure India doesn't go without water. 1 year collected rainwater, we can use it for 3 years. Try to understand. 365 days, 300 days of beautiful sunlight. Everybody collects solar. We will don't pay a single pi to the electricity board. Only that day we can call Rama Rajya. Only that day we can call that we have lived in this land with an intelligent mind, which is very close to God. Only then we have the right to call God. This is my 415th small talks.